Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. Over 100 years ago, the dark wizard Halliwell prophesied his return, but Sheriff Aesop Stormwood swore his descendants would stop him. He created Stormwood and Associates with the sole purpose of defeating Halliwell in the future. It failed. Now the young Raz Stormwood and her friends have been framed for a crime they didn't commit, and they've escaped to the Morris Halata Underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive operating on the edge of society. If you have a problem, they can solve it. But don't get in their way, or else you might get caught in the eye of the storm. Stormwood and Associates stars Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood, Nick Izumi as Bill Carpathia, Kyle Johnson as Tristan Babbitt, and Trey Dorn as NK and Kel O'Reilly. Previously on Stormwood and Associates. The Stormwood team got contacted by the sexy car thieves that something was going down at Race Riots in Lorena. Race Riots being a very unfortunately named racing event. And so Raz, NK, Babbitt, and Bill got in their cars and drove to Lorena. And Bill turned out to be surprisingly good at racing. As they waited for the sexy car thieves to arrive. And when Raz was in a Starbucks, she ran into, of all people, Royce. That's right, Royce, the guy who works for Halliwell, Royce, the guy who is responsible for Bill's brother's death, Royce, the guy who tortured NK, Royce, that guy. Anyways, they found out that what is happening is that Halliwell, because he no longer has the Stone of Rebirth and is worried that something might happen to it, is trying to construct a replacement. And to do that, he needs vast stores of magical energy. How is he doing? Well, he's shipping illegally massive stores of magical energy through Mexico, and they're coming through Lorena, where it's going to be transferred to a truck and shipped up the rest of the way to San Ricardo. The team, along with the sexy car thieves who finally showed up, they are going to try to intercept that shipment of stuff. It's exciting. It's action. It's adventure. It's trying to prevent a bad guy, megalomaniac, from having the power to get reborn in case he gets killed. Hooray! All right. So, night has fallen. It's one of the rare 30 days of the year where it rains in this part of the country, and it is raining hard. Water is pouring on blackened streets, streetlights reflecting in the road, and on a highway just north of Lorena, a semi-truck drives down the road. In front of it is an escort car, and behind it is an escort car. As it speeds north on U.S. Highway 1. Our opening shot following that is a set of 4 vehicles speed down the highway, approaching the semi-truck. In the lead, a Dodge Charger. Behind the wheel is Turk Domino. Following that, a Supra, driven by Michelle. Behind that is our team's electric truck, driven by Walker. And behind that is a obnoxious orange and black Mazda, driven by Juan. Who is in what vehicle right now? Right now, NK is in the bed of the truck, hanging on for dear life. Where is everybody else?
Did we not bring the Lumina?
You didn't bring it on the heist because, frankly, we're just,
I've kind of been making a scene of myself with it.
Yeah, it's the Lumina's super recognizable. It's a very distinctive paint job. And Bill's been like, we didn't talk about, so the rest of the day happened. Bill just Bill won like 6 more races. Like, there are some people who owe Bill a lot of money right now.
I didn't think I would end up doing this either.
Bill's going to be famous in 2 ways. Yeah, so
I think Raz is with Turk.
Okay.
That's how we rolled when we were last together, so.
Babbitt is with Juan.
Okay, Babbitt's with Juan. Raz is with Turk. NK is in the truck bed with Walker. Where is Bill right now?
Bill is wishing that he was driving right now. Bill is in the, I think Bill is also in the truck bed if that's where he'd be most useful.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and that is where Bill is. Truck bed.
All right. Then where we start is everyone roll initiative.
I got a 9.
I got a 7.
If it makes you feel any better,
I got a 10.
So Bill got a 10. Babbitt got a 9.
Yep.
And Raz got a 7.
Mm-hmm.
If it makes you feel any better, Babbitt, Turk got a 9 and Michelle got a 7.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be an interesting it's gonna be an interesting experience. All right. All right, so your cars are speeding down the highway on the rain-slick roads behind this truck. All right, as you approach, you see that there is a black SUV behind the truck, and the camera reveals there's a black SUV in front of the truck also, but you technically don't know that yet. But I'll say you'll figure that out pretty easily. The cars speed up and head towards it. We're not going to go through the initiative order. At first, NK's not doing anything because NK's riding. Here, we'll just say this. Okay, so for the cars split, the first thing that happens is that Juan hits the gas in his Mazda and overtakes the truck in the left lane, and is now in front of the lead car. Walker is coming up behind the rear car, while Turk and Michelle is zooming ahead up by where Juan is up in front, and then Turk is pulling up alongside the rear car. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's Walker and Turk are in the back, Juan and Michelle are in the front. You know that what you need is in the trailer of this truck.
Mm-hmm.
We start with Bill. You are in the back of the pickup truck in pouring rain, holding on for dear life. The pickup truck is right behind the black tail SUV. What are you doing?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to remember what our goal was with this mission.
I just said it in the previously.
I'm
There's a store of magical batteries inside the back of the semi. You want to get them and put them in the bed of your own truck.
Oh boy.
Think of them like DVD players, only like could end the world. All right.
Right.
So like these are the stakes. Like these are world-ending DVD
Jones
players.
DVD players. Got it. Okay.
Alex Jones has branded DVD players?
I mean, if he did, it would help end the world because it would spread more stupid. So, I mean, it works. Let's see. I hate that guy. So, so let's, oh boy. So, the first thing Bill is doing is crying.
Like, Bill has physical sweep moves, too. I want to remind you.
Crying is a free action.
Okay, good.
Crying is a free action, yes. And it's okay. There's rain splatting across your face. No one can tell when you cry in the rain, Bill.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They can tell when you're screaming. They can tell when you're screaming.
Okay, we have to not. We have to not scream right now. Okay.
What?
Don't scream right now. Ah, damn it.
I mean, it's fine. Go ahead and scream if you need to.
Okay, I'm gonna.
This is a terrifying thing to do.
This is a bad idea.
The worst idea is not doing this.
That's true.
My thought is that we should have brought Mara because she can fly and it's nighttime and we're all stupid. We have a flying vampire at home and we didn't bring her.
Okay, I'm going to try what I'm gonna call the Mario.
Okay.
I've drawn a rune with a Sharpie to kind of make me jump over to the other vehicle. The dangerous vehicle.
Okay, so you're doing that as just a regular sweep move?
Yes.
Okay, because none of your magic works this way.
Yeah, I know. That's why I have to take. I don't get to use many sweep moves. I got to take it.
I think what's happening here is I'm gonna let you do it. Like we'll vote, and I'll let you do it. But I'm just gonna say if this works, assuming we agree that this works, the Sharpie you're doing is doing nothing. It's Bill's giving himself like the placebo effect. And doing this to make himself feel better about making the jump. Under those conditions, I'll allow it.
I agree to that.
All right, does everybody vote that this works?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, so where are you landing again?
I'm going to land on top of the trailer of the other truck.
On top of the trailer. Okay, so right now you're behind the the SUV that's the follow vehicle.
Okay. So maybe on
now
top of the SUV.
Now, if you want to tell, okay, so let's talk this. Like, what sweep move would work here? What you could do is tell me that you jump onto the back of the SUV, do a running jump onto the back, and then leap and like grab the edge of the trailer, where you could be hanging from the top of it. Like, I'd let you do that.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to be crying the entire time.
Okay, do we agree that that works?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So Bill climbs on, like, does a running jump off of the, like, starts in the bed of the truck, climbs up onto the roof of the cab of the truck, and does a running jump, runs down the roof and the hood of the team's electric truck, and does a flying leap and manages to land on the roof of the follow SUV, and then is a running leap forward again, makes it onto the back of the trailer. Bill is hanging his hands holding the top of the trailer truck, having made this NBA level leap, and is swinging wildly back and forth while gripping white knuckled onto this trailer truck on the back of this semi trailer.
Yes.
That's what's happening right now. Those guys can't do anything yet. Babbitt, we're at you. You're currently pulled alongside the lead vehicle. Michelle has actually got her car in front of the SUV in the front, and the Juan's Mazda is pulled alongside kind of the lead SUV that's in front of the semi. What are you doing?
All right, so Babbitt is going to
Like right now, you can't see who's behind the wheel of the SUV. It's got blacked out windows.
Right.
All of these vehicles, you can't see who's in what vehicle and where.
Okay.
Okay. So just to give you
Yep.
that information.
Yeah. So Babbitt's gonna he's hanging out his side window, and he's gonna just jump over onto the top of the SUV.
All right. Are you doing that as a sweep move?
It doesn't sound that sweet.
Yeah.
I can if it needs to be done. Okay.
So
yeah.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make you roll me a d10. What's your fitness?
5.
And what? Okay. So roll me a d10.
3.
Yeah, you make it.
Okay.
Low was good there. It's what I was going to do is if you rolled higher than your fitness, I was going to say it didn't work, and we would have come up with consequences.
Okay.
But it's...
All right.
I'm going to be writing some rule expansions to deal with some of the regular, just common physical feats that are based off of these stats in the future. And this is... Yeah, so I'll say then you can make that jump. Yeah, because he's close enough, and your fitness is good, and make that roll. So yeah, so you're on top of the lead SUV.
Yes.
I'm willing to call that your movement if you want to take an action.
Yeah. Okay. Then. No, I'm fine for now.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Turk, who is alongside the rear SUV, and he's going to hold steady. And that brings us to Raz, Well, actually, Turk is going to look at Raz on Turk's turn and just say, "What do you want to do?" And Raz, what do you want to do? And remember, you have a grappling hook gun also.
I do, as well as a regular gun. So I thought of two different options that I could do. Assuming that I am in line of sight of the back of the semi-trailer.
Yes, you can see that. You can see that clearly. So you're lined up with the SUV that's right. The SUV is very close to the semi-truck. Like, as you witnessed by, you saw Bill make his insane running jump onto the back of the...
And Bill and he's just, like, hanging on there.
Yeah, hanging on, legs swinging back and forth wildly in the pouring rain. It
seemed like a good idea at the time.
So
but you can see him, yeah.
Yeah, so I did have the idea of being able to, because I assume the doors of the back of the semi-trailer are locked.
Sure are.
And I was like, oh, I could help Bill if I shot the lock off the doors. And so he could scramble inside the trailer.
Okay. Is that what you want to try to do?
I think so, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to make you do that as a sweet move because it's
dark, we're in the rain, we're moving.
You're literally going down the highway.
Not a regular shot.
You're literally driving at like 70 miles an hour on a coastal road. When you're driving North Highway 1, what is to the left of you is like sheer cliffs and the ocean.
Yeah.
And it's and it's pouring rain and it is dark and you're also avoiding hitting. I mean, Bill's higher than that, like where in theory if like he should be higher than the lock, but the road's not perfectly smooth, so I'm gonna make you. If you want to shoot that lock off, it's got, and also like to defeat the lock, we would need it as a sweet move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Will do.
All right. Does everybody vote that it works?
Yes.
Yes.
And I do too. So, bang! Raz shoots her gun dramatically out the window of the Charger. And the lock, there was a padlock on the doors, and it breaks, and parts of it go flying off dramatically. It sparks. So, Bill, I got some good news and bad news for you. The good news is you're still holding on. The bad news is that you're holding on above this door that is no longer being, like, technically... right now there's like a lever, like a bolt thing that you have to lift that's holding it closed. But if that lever gets lifted, the massive door to the to the back of the semi trailer could open, and that would be very difficult for you. Just to give you a heads up.
Right. Well, thankfully, I don't know how well Bill knows. I realized I don't know how well Bill knows doors on semis. Nick knows those very well, so I have an idea.
Well, I mean, like, it's pretty obvious, on how they work because the hardware is largely external. In a lot of cases.
Think.
You can see it. All right. See anything. That brings us back to NK, who is holding on for dear life because she's the backup plan. Alright, so Walker, who is driving that truck, he is going to, much to NK's displeasure, he's going to try to ram the SUV and to disable it. So I got to roll his attack. So the Dodge driver. All right, and there. So he easily rear ends the other vehicle, and let's see if he did any damage. And unfortunately, while Walker bumps the bumper of the SUV did not take any damage points. The driver of that car goes next, and he's going to effectively he's going to hit the brakes to try to disable Walker's vehicle. All right. Is that going to hit? That's going to hit. And he's not going to damage Walker's. He's not going to damage the truck. Okay. Nice little exchange. Next up, we've got the driver of the lead SUV, and he's going to try to pit into Juan's car. And he's going to miss. And the truck driver's not going to do anything. Juan's going to try to hit into that SUV himself. And it's going to roll terribly. But I think... What's the dodge for this character? Dodge is a 4, so he's going to hit. And he's gonna, the lead truck is going to take a damage point. All right, and that brings us to Bill. Bill, you are hanging off the back of this semi.
Yep. All right.
What's Bill gonna do?
Okay. Okie dokie. This is a terrible plan.
Don't fall!
Thanks.
You're
Oh, God.
welcome!
All right. I'm gonna grab hold of the latch on the back
Okay.
because it is solid-ish. And I am going to, my plan from the looks of it, is that if I can open this door and hold on for dear life, it will be open and I just have to not fall and then get myself inside the truck. Bad plan.
Okay. So. So you're gonna try to open up the. You're gonna try like okay. So how are you gonna try to open up the door?
I'm going to, so as I'm understanding it, I'm going to grab onto the latch.
Okay, so right now you're hanging from the top, right?
Okay, yeah.
So, okay, to explain the back of this, because there's more than one way that a semi-trailer door can be set up. This is what door, this trailer has the two doors that open sideways.
Uh-huh.
The way that it was locked closed was effectively just the hardware's external, where there is a vertical rod running from the top to the bottom on each door. All right. The way it was locked was there was effectively a chain wrapped around those two bars that was making it so if someone did undo the latch, they couldn't open the door.
Oh, okay. Better plan then.
All right. And so
I'm climbing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull myself on top of the trailer then.
Okay. So yeah, you can do that.
Yep.
What's your fitness, by the way?
My fitness is 4.
All right, so I'm going to say that no matter what, you're going to pull yourself on top of the trailer, but I want to see how bad you are at it, so roll me a 1d10.
Acceptable. Beep, beep. 4.
Yeah, okay, so you do manage to, like, Bill's been apparently working out. So yeah, Bill pulls himself up on top of the trailer.
Okay.
Struggles to his feet. Rain pouring down on him. His button-up white shirt clinging to that six-pack nobody expected. Bill looks really hot right now.
Weird.
It's weird. Oh, it's so weird.
All right, rain pouring against his face. Tie flapping in the wind as he goes 70 miles an hour on the top of a semi-truck.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something hilarious to me about Bill looking sexy because it's the most useless. Like, there's no advantage
not
to it
arguing
at all.
with that.
I love it. There's no advantage to it at all. It's just I love reality being that way. All right, so you're standing on top. Do you want to do anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna point at the doors to be like, we gotta get rid of them.
We know.
I should have done that first.
Maybe. All right.
There's a lot of adrenaline going on right now.
All right. So, Bill, bad news.
Oh no.
The window rolls down on the SUV that's trailing the semi-trailer on the passenger side, and a man in pretty much dressed in all black, like tactical gear, leans out the window and takes a shot at you with a pistol. Obviously, like he's not like taking your picture. Does a 10 hit Bill?
Pretty sure it does.
Well, what's your swiftness plus level?
Yeah, I'm a 9.
Okay, so he hits you. Let's see how much damage Bill takes. So what's your fitness plus level?
8.
You, like, he hit you for 8, so you soak all 8 points of it. So you just got, like, clipped, like, a bullet literally just, like, grazed your shoulder. Like, you got hit with that bullet, but you're fine.
Yeesh.
Like your shirt got ripped.
Yeah, like his shirt got dramatically ripped. It's really
Yeah.
hot. It's... and, like, Bill just, like, leaned back for a second when it happened, and, like... And it's now standing dramatically with, like, your left arm sleeve is now just, like, there's this big rip across it. All right. Babbitt, you're on top of the lead SUV, right?
Yes.
All right, so the window rolls down on the passenger side. You can hear it on that SUV, and a guy in black tactical gear kind of like moves himself up where he's still like in the window but is now like kind of climbing out towards above, like, and he's going to take a shot at you. Does a 12 hit?
Okay. Oh, yeah, it does.
Good. What is your dodge right now? What is
11.
Yeah, because that is literally I had to roll a 10 to hit you with this guy. So I was like, if I can't hit you on any dice rolls, I'm gonna be so irritated. All right, and then before soak, it is 9 damage. What's your soak?
9.
Okay. You also have kids. It's a dramatic. Like, you just pretty much do exactly what Bill just did.
Yeah.
The dramatic. But whatever, I don't know what you're wearing right now, but I just always make assumptions about what
Probably.
goes on.
I'm back to my hoodie because it's cold at night.
Yeah, and it's
so
raining.
it probably just goes through. It goes through the fabric of the sleeve.
Like
and
it did
that's
graze you. Like I want to point out, you are going to have a scar.
Yeah.
It's just that you didn't take any damage points because it did hit you.
Yeah.
All right, Babbitt, it's your turn.
Okay. So he's popped up like above
so what you can see is his arms and his head like from shoulder up. You can't see exactly what position he's in, but you can assume he's still partially in the wind, like using the open window as like a seat or something.
Okay, then I would like to try to kick him off.
All right. So just a regular attack?
Just a regular attack.
All right, that's fine with me.
So
all right, so 1d10 plus your bare hands plus your level.
All right.
You're going to hit.
Yeah, I got a 21.
Yeah, his dodge is 4.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so roll me your damage. 1d10 plus your bare hands.
It's a 17.
All right, you kick this guy, and he goes flying out of the window and into, like, you're driving along a cliff face, and he just, like, splatters on the cliff, like, yeah, it's gross. Like, you're glad that, like, it goes behind the semi and you don't have to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dead. Marking you as dead. All right. Turk is driving along. He's going to look at Raz and wait and see what Raz wants to do. Raz, what are you doing?
I imagine like one of our vehicles back here kind of does a ka-chunk as it goes over the body.
Actually, went off the other side, so he kicked him towards the cliff face. So, like, you're driving on, like, the left side of this stuff. You're driving in the oncoming lane. It's only a 2-lane highway, and so you're driving in the oncoming lane, and this all, like, he kicked him, like, against, like, the rock
side.
face. Yeah, on the other side, because he was...
Okay, cool.
The guy was on the passenger side, and Babbitt was on the roof, so that was the way that Babbitt would have had to have kicked him. Yeah. You do see the grossness as his body flops past as you speed on by.
Ooh. I think I'd like to try to shoot out one of the tires of the SUV.
Of the SUV? Okay.
Yeah.
So roll me your attack. That's 1d10 plus range plus your level.
I got a 9.
Yeah, you hit. This vehicle has a shitty driver. So now, okay, so we're gonna have to determine whether or not damage happened. And this is a 50-50 chance. So roll me a d10, and if it's odd, you did damage. If it's even, you didn't do damage.
Okay, I do have a coin here that I could flip. It has Waluigi on it, but I'll do your way. 8.
All right, so it did not do. So you shoot at the tire, you hit. It didn't pop. That's unfortunately the way it goes with vehicle combat in this game. All right.
Yep.
Michelle is going to try to. She's going to try to hit the lead SUV. Well, I don't know if she's not going to do that because that could hurt Babbitt. So she's just going to stay in position to try to, like, because they're making sure that the vehicles don't split off. She's being an obstacle. And none of those people can move. So NK is still hanging on. Walker is still following up. The driver of the rear SUV. All right, what's he gonna do? he's going to try to pit into Turk. And let's see if he hits. Does. And now let's see if he damages Turk's car. He does. Turk's car takes a damage.
Oof.
All right. The lead driver. What's he gonna do? He is gonna try to hit Michelle's car because he doesn't care if Babbitt falls off the roof of his car, of his SUV. He's gonna miss. And the driver of the semi's not gonna do anything. Juan is gonna hold steady. Bill, were it you? You're on the roof of the semi.
Still, yes. Okay. Let's see. Is there a? I'm trying to think if there's a way that I can just blow off the doors myself.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course you can.
I mean, like, yeah, I guess I could psychic flamethrower the doors off.
Yeah, of course you can.
You want to do that?
Or do you have that other that rune?
Oh, that's true. Oh, the rune might be.
Whatever.
Well, Rune would take 2 sweet move points in 2 turns. The psychic flamethrower would take,
We're flamethrowing it.
yeah, it like there's not really an advantage to like constructive wave would explode them, but like the big advantage to using that rune is that you could hurt a bunch of people, but you don't know what's inside the semi. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to like really blow it up and blow me up too.
Right.
That sounds not great.
All right, so you're gonna psychic flamethrower the doors? Like
Yep.
All right. All right, so you psychic flamethrower the door latches, and parts of the door get blown off. For the most part, they are intact in the fact that they're like 90% of the doors survive this kind of target attack, but they are now swinging open and flapping back and forth in the rain. And so, Bill, from your perspective, you look down and the doors are now wide open as you're still standing on top of the semi-trailer.
Well, I kind of want to get in there.
Well, your attack spell was a full action, pretty much. So
Right.
I'm
getting a good look at it. This is good.
And so the guy who's also still in that SUV, though, following you, is going to take a shot at you. Again. And what's your dodge? What's your swiftness plus level?
That's 9.
Yeah, he misses. All right, so he's going to miss that
Still
shot.
got it.
That guy's dead because Babbitt kicked him in the face. Babbitt, what are you doing? You are on the roof of this SUV.
I'm going to flip down through that open window.
All right, I'll give you that as your movement. You slide because there's nothing.
What do I see? Is it just the driver?
It's just a driver in here, a guy in black tactical gear who's now looking straight at you.
All right, I'm gonna kick him in the face.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you kick. All right, so roll me your attack. You're gonna hit.
16.
Like, I think your level alone in that math means you're gonna hit.
Yes, I believe so.
Because
Okay, so
guy's fodder.
damage.
So all right, so give me your 1d10 plus your bare hands.
16.
So this is graphic. All I'll say is that the camera shot goes to outside of the SUV, and all you see is a splatter on the driver's side window.
Ooh, you scanners him.
But I got bad news. You got a corpse in the front seat.
Yep.
You got a corpse in the driver's seat.
Don't worry about it. I'm dealing with it.
Okay.
Glad I watched Suicide Squad before this. I'm prepared.
All right, so that moves to Turk and Raz, and Turk's just gonna do whatever Raz wants him to do. So, Raz, what are you doing? Like, if you need the car to move to a different position for your for what you want to do, let me know.
Okay.
And I can make that happen simultaneously because you're next to each other in the initiative order.
Okay. Thinky think.
Yeah, there's some damage now to Turk's car also. Oh yeah, and again, you haven't been able to see inside because it's dark. You're from your perspective, you can see that there is light coming from inside the semi-trailer. And the doors are flapping back and forth.
I mean, I could just like grappling hook myself into the semi-trailer.
You could do that as a sweet move. I would 100% let you do that.
Screw it, let's do that.
All right, so Raz Stormwood leaning out the window of this black Dodge Challenger speeding down the highway, pulls out her grappling hook gun, dramatically shoots it where it embeds itself in the inside ceiling of the semi-trailer whose doors are flapping back and forth. She hits the recall button on the grappling hook, yoinking her out the window as she leaps through the air dramatically, narrowly avoiding the semi doors as they slam back and forth. Superhero landing in the trailer of the semi. She looks up and she sees 6 men in tactical gear, all holding guns pointed at her, standing in the middle with his arms folded. While the guys in guns are holding onto straps on the walls, he's just standing there casually as Royce. Behind him, a large stock of magical batteries. And let's move to the next stage in the order here. Here's Michelle, who's going to hold steady. And now we get to the 6 guys with guns on Raz.
Bring it.
What's your dodge?
Now it's 8.
It's 8. Okay, so
Yes,
I got
what it's
1,
supposed to
2,
be.
3, 4, 5, 6 guys opening fire. That's only 1 4 at a time. All right. Misses. This one's gonna hit, and I need to roll 2 more. All right, so only 2 of these guys actually hit you.
Okay.
And let's see how much damage you take. I just want to know what's your soak? What's your level plus fitness?
11.
Yeah, no. So you get hit twice, but like it's like you effectively like get 2 grazing shots, like 1 to each shoulder, and you're fine. You shake that off. Unfortunately, that brings us to Royce. Royce. What is Royce gonna do? Royce lifts up his left forearm and taps one of his tattoos. All right. To resolve on the next round. Now we are at Walker. Walker is going to try to ram the rear SUV. He's going to miss. The rear SUV is going to try to hit Walker. He's going to miss. Very dramatic stuff happening in the back. That guy's dead, so I don't need to figure out what he did because Babbitt has kicked his head in. We won't find out what happens in that truck until Babbitt's initiative turn. The main truck driver is fine and just probably like really freaked out about what he's seeing in front of him. Juan What Juan's going to do is he is going to defensively be sitting there trying to keep your SUV from going off the road. Because, yeah, so, and that brings us to Bill, you're on the roof.
I am on the roof. I feel like I should try to jump in to help boss because I heard some guns.
Yeah. Are you going to do that?
I'm going to do that.
What's your fitness?
It is still 4.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'll say that if you roll a 1d10, I'll let you climb down into the back of the truck. If you roll me
Sounds
a 1d10 and you roll 4 or lower, that'll just be your movement. If you roll higher than a 4, that needs to be your action.
Okay, I rolled a 2, so I awkwardly fall into the back of the
But that's fine. That's just your movement. You can do something now. That you are staring at 6 guys with guns and Royce, who is being very dramatic about a rune he's activating on his arm.
Oh, cut the crap, psychic flamethrower.
Who are you psychic flamethrowing?
Royce.
Royce?
He pisses me off.
Okay, what's your all right, what psychic flamethrower, what is your range plus level?
Beep beep. There it is. Okay, 8.
Royce takes 8 damage. I really need to get that Warcaster archetype thing because I could have had some fun stuff. All right,
Caster. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
New archetype is being developed. All right, all right. That was Bill. This guy is, well, you know, the guy in the SUV behind is still has a clear shot at Bill, so he's going to shoot at Bill again. So the guy leaning out the car is going to try to shoot Bill in the back. What's your dodge? Yeah, I know what your dodge is, at least well enough to know that this guy rolled
9.
so terribly. Yeah, no, this guy rolled a 2, which means his attack was a 4, which meant that, no matter what your swiftness score was, you would have dodged that.
Hey, he's still back there.
All right, Babbitt, you are in the passenger seat in a speeding SUV. There is a headless corpse in the driver's seat, strapped in, foot down, pushing on the accelerator. The wheel is starting to drift towards the cliff wall. What are you doing?
Okay. I grab the wheel. I grab the seat belt. You pulled and pop that, and I try to get that guy out of there.
Are you gonna do this as a sweep move? Because it's a complicated series of actions you're trying to get done in 6 seconds. So you're gonna try to grab the wheel and unbuckle the seat belt and kick the guy out the door. That's what you're telling me you're doing?
Not kick the guy out the door. Just pull him over to the other side.
Oh, pull him to the passenger seat and try to swap places? Is that what you're saying? All right.
Swap places with him, yeah.
I'll let you do that as a sweep move if everybody votes that it works.
Sure.
Yep.
I vote it works.
All right, that works. You are now in the driver's seat with a really gross corpse kind of piled haphazardly.
Yep.
I'm going to say the left arm is hanging out and the neck are hanging out of the window. There's gross viscera all over this driver's seat too, and you're gonna want to get some dry cleaning. All right, we're at Turk is gonna hold steady. Raz, you are standing in the back. You are standing next to Bill in the back of this truck. There are 6 guys with guns. There is a very dramatic looking Royce, who's looking less cool since he got psychic flamethrowered. But what are you gonna do?
Where are they?
So there's okay. So Royce is standing in you're standing near the doors.
Yep.
There are 3 guys on the left, 3 guys on the right who are kind of lined up against the walls, they're holding on to straps to steady themselves.
Oh.
Royce is standing in the center in front of the magical batteries, just trying to look like a badass in his black slacks, and he's He's wearing a button-up white shirt with the sleeves rolled up past his elbows, somehow pulling it off better than Bill.
Not hard.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if this will work. Okay.
And remember, with sweep moves, you can either target just Royce or you can target the 6 soldiers, but you can't target both.
No.
Okay.
He's standing by himself, and there's really nothing around him.
Well, okay, so there's the magical batteries are behind him. He's really far into the semi-trailer.
Dang it. So the angle probably wouldn't work. I was hoping I would be able to use a sweep move and my guns to shoot basically the floor out underneath him.
Yeah, no, that's that would require. I would vote no on that sweep move because the sheer amount of bullets required and the fact that you carry a handgun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that we have to follow with realism, but like at least in movies where they stretch that credibility, like we've got automatic weapons.
That's true. Dang it. And none of these tech guys have any automatic weapons, do they?
No, these guys are all carrying pistols.
Lame.
Because they're very lame. Oh, yeah, roll me a d10, Raz.
Ooh. A 9.
Raz, you notice something very important about the tactical gear all of these guys are wearing, and that is the logo on every single one of their vests.
Oh, no.
It says Stormwood and Associates Security. Because guess who has all the legal ownership of your dad's company?
Yup. Oh. I cannot describe how much this pisses her off. I cannot describe. Like,
I've been waiting to reveal that.
that is such good storytelling, and I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Oh, crap.
Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Feywild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Feywild West follows 2 people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.